This is Sam D. Sherman. We are watching Barcelona coverage. I'm here with right now H. Fang, the fearless leader of Aspirant's Climb Merlion. And yeah, we'll have some other teammates joining at some point probably um, to hang out. Um, yeah, anything you want to add?
Nope. Yeah, thanks for joining us. Starting with Vi.
Uh,
Oh, this is
all right, and then maybe my face is in the wrong spot here. Let me put that somewhere less annoying. Maybe right here. All right, what do we got? Vi versus Jace. It's a classic round one match. Um, I assume this is Aurora Jace, but it has the chosen champion that costs power, which is a little weird. Brittle
from what he
steel.
got
Wait, is it?
for
Is
getting
this
in.
game one? Just brittle steel on plate worm game one. That's so savage.
Wow,
All right, so yeah, this
nice
definitely looks
play.
like Aurora for Jace, but it looks like he's just digging. Does not want to cast one of these catalysts, even though that would give him a bunch of mana on a future turn. I probably would have played the Catalyst before playing those dig spells. All right, so if Vi has a couple of 2-drops, scored a few points, and played that Brittle Steel. Pretty good start so far.
So, kind of an interesting Vi build with multiple Jins in this player's hand.
All right, so we are now seeing Ferris Forerunner played next to the Honest Broker and leaving both units at a battlefield. That is interesting. I think I would probably prefer both of those units in base instead, but uh, probably doesn't matter that much. Oh boy. Promising future. This could be anything. There's an Elder Dragon. Not the best possible hit, but it's still pretty good. Of course, now you're going to be pretty behind on runes.
Ooh,
But there's a catalyst in Jace's hand still, so uh, he can play that, and then he'll still be at 9 runes next turn if he top decks an Aurora, so kind of good.
interesting. Think
Oh, you're going to have to pay deflect for this Pouty Poro. That's pretty annoying.
not a lot of great hits for this Vi player here.
Oh, well, the Shen can be played onto the Sigil, which is pretty good. But
Yeah.
I,
Oh,
I
that is
guess
nice.
I guess then the Shen can get killed by the dragon, so it's not perfect, but it does let you keep scoring at least, which is not so bad. And yeah, now that there's another unit on the Sigil, you might as well kill the Forerunner, I think.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This is really nasty. Hello, chat. Thanks for being here. Kaishun says they watched this match and the players were playing slowly. Yeah, I was thinking how long it was taking for the Vi player to pick something off that promising future, and I'm watching in double speed right now, so that's nice.
Oh wow. Yeah, definitely did not realize we were watching at double speed. That is kind of funny.
Yeah, I think the double speed thing really improves the Riftbound broadcast because the games of Riftbound are just so complicated and like
Yeah,
the
that's true.
players just take a really long time to think through things, and especially when if you're not watching live, you can just pause and think through something if you actually want to talk about a spot.
Yeah. So she got to make 2 energy and then couldn't use it. Is that what I'm understanding?
Uh,
Cause she went in with Jin and then used Vi to ready and move Jin back. It looks like.
uh, oh, did she go 2 mechs over 1 sprite to trigger Vi? Vi seems to
Yeah.
be untapped.
Huh.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
maybe I'm
got distracted by
misunderstanding what
chat a little
happened.
bit there.
Yeah. Same.
Um, I mean, this game looks like kind of a runaway for Jace. Vi does not seem like she can answer one Elder Dragon.
Well, oh well, this Flurry of Blades changed things. I was gonna say this Vi might be able to stun it and make some moves, but
Oh, the chosen champion.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
it's it's
now it's
almost tempting
looking,
to just leave it there to try to bait that play, but
yeah, with the Flurry,
oh
yeah.
boy, there's the Jace. Oh, okay, I didn't know you could do that, but sure.
Holy, he has more points now too.
Yeah, he's really trying to close this game out before Vi can draw her hidden blade. There's a tactical retreat in Vi's hand as well, and a cleave and a long sword. Uh,
Yeah, not looking good.
no, looks like 2 tactical retreats even. Yeah, so the best play you can even make here is like go in with Jin, play the Vi, and play your 2 tactical
Retreat, yeah.
retreats. Yeah. Oh, I guess with the dragon stunned, you don't have to play. Like you actually would conquer here if there was no flurry of blades, but yeah, you're gonna have to I think save both of these guys, and then they'll both die to Bellows Breath, and then the game will be over. Oh no, she just lets the Vi go. Oh, she didn't have the mana for both. Oh, Chad is saying on the turn with the sprites and the mechs, what happened was she went in with both mechs against 1 sprite, thinking that she would get to use Vi with the 3 extra damage, but you have to actually conquer and get the 3 damage.
Sure.
And the 1 sprite with the death touch is able to stop the 2 mechs from conquering. So it
I
didn't
see, I
work.
see. That is unlucky. Yeah, this 5 player is Giga cooked here. Looks like.
Yeah. All right, let's just go to the next game here. Okay, this
All
time
right,
we
first.
have, is that Dragon Roost? Oh
Oh
my
my
god.
God, let's go.
Yeah, Dragon Roost is a really nice one. Excuse me. All right, so we got the plated egg or plateworm egg again, and there's the brittle steel again. That's very nice. Love that. Okay, I think good recognition here that there's no need to cast Brittle Steel right now. That egg is probably going to produce 0 energy on Jace's turn because he's going to empower it and then untap it with the Jace, and it's going to be energy neutral. And you want to get your unit going. Although if this Sabotage comes down, that is not going to work.
Holy.
It seems like a good moment for Sabotage. Is that the yellow Kennen on the right there?
Yeah, she has. Okay, she for sure has 3 copies because the first Promising Future had 2 with the normal art. So this is the 3rd one.
Okay. Now, if you go in with yellow Kennen and you play the Vi champion, does the Kennen get +2? Is that how that works?
I think so. I would have to let me read
I'm gonna
Yellow
take
Cannon again.
a
Yeah.
look up on that one. All right. It says, yeah, while there's a stunned enemy unit here, I have +2. So if you have other sources of stun, you actually don't have to pay the 2 mana for Kennen to make it a 4. So that's kind of nice.
And it just becomes a 4. Okay.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Oh, is the stream lagging? Is my computer on fire?
Hope not.
Okay, I guess it's fine.
Wow, we have the Aurora. It's time.
All right, we're finally seeing the Aurora. Didn't even need it in game 1, but
Yeah.
it seems like another.
Oh, there's a Gutter
pretty
Palace in
doomed.
this deck? Oh, wow.
Yeah, Gutter Palace is pretty standard. What the main use of it is to discard Elder Dragon out of your hand so that you can recycle it with Garbage Grabber. All right, not choosing to use the Dragon Roost this time around.
Okay. Looking kind of rough for the Vi player.
Yeah, I would say this game is over. I guess I'm allowed to skip it if I want to. Let's just get past this. I don't think we need to suffer through watching Elder Dragons come down every turn. All right, so what is going on here? We're jumping in to... What is this? Renekton versus Akali. I wonder if this is the person who ended up with the best of Renekton.
It is not.
Wow, Red Decree. Okay, but it gets stopped with a discipline, and now this Akali is going to happily just kill this Rengar, I guess. Although there's a hidden card, which probably is Zonya's, so that's going to save Akali. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate use of resources for Rengar. If you just save that deal 4, then you can use it on Stellacorn in the backline.
Okay. Well, they're thinking about something now.
Wow, they're really thinking. This is double speed thinking right here. Or maybe they're arguing about something. Okay. All right. So what happened? Akali traded with Rengar.
Sonya's traded with Rengar.
Yeah. All right. So this Renekton deck is literally just every card in Rengar, but you don't get to use Pride Stalker. And I guess
Yes.
there's an orange seal for some reason.
Well, you get to play more cards because of the Renekton ability.
Well, the Renekton ability doesn't really increase the amount of resources you have throughout the game.
Yeah, but like there's battlefields that help that, right? Like the one that's like if you have 4 less runes when you conquer.
Yeah, but he conquered that battlefield this turn, right? And he's got 6 runes.
And didn't chose not to use it. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's on him, I
It's
guess.
just really not a great strategy to just recycle all your runes all the time.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, so this is going to be Stellacorn going in and out, drawing 2 cards, becoming a 4 thanks to the back alley bar, and then you can conquer both sides here with your 2 big units. The Stellacorn Akali interaction is so sick.
Okay, well, Kali player has a lot of cards.
Yeah. Some of them even do things. There's like a discipline, a longsword, there's a charm.
Yeah, I
There's
can't
his
really imagine
Zonias.
this Akali player losing from this spot.
Yeah, although it looks like
There's
Renekton
a
got game
charm.
1.
Yeah, looks like there's a charm too, so like could easily just
Okay, why is Scuttlecrab going to the battlefield? What is the point? Okay, now we're going to use Falling Star to kill that instead of Charm. Are you afraid of another Red Decree or a Punch First or something? I guess so.
Well, you can't. Well, it could be a punch first, but doesn't.
I guess it could be a 3-mana ambush unit as well.
Yeah, that's fair. It could be like the Red Rengar.
There's only 2 cards in Renekton's hand.
Yeah, it's looking pretty dire, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, you can accelerate the Renekton champion unit.
Yeah, that doesn't really answer why the Scuttlecrab was put in the base.
Right.
Or
Yeah,
sorry, on the battlefield instead
I
of the
think
base.
Scuttlecrab is maybe gonna just die to this Renekton attack.
For free, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there are some tricks in Akali's hand.
Oh, I see. We're saving. Oh wow, there was a punch first. That's crazy.
Yeah, all right. So now I imagine Rampage is going to get cast and defied. And Renekton's at 7 points somehow.
Yeah.
I guess maybe you just try to punch first and hang on for 1 turn.
Yeah.
Chat says, when is my next RQ? It's going to be LA in a month.
Got a pretty big squad going in that.
Are we just starting up through the round for all the VODs? Yeah, I'm going to watch every round. I think. I'm not sure how long it's all going to take. But
Oh wow, the Red Decree's. If it doesn't beat. Oh, we have a back alley barber. Okay. Kind of doesn't beat this punch first though, right?
So, excuse me. We now have Discipline, Longsword, Decree of Focus. is 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That does seem like it beats punch first.
Yeah, it beats it now, yeah, with the decree. Wow,
It seems
is
like
nice.
this ought to do it. Chat's saying... Oh, never mind. I understand. Okay. Do we get a game 3 then? Oh, we can look at this Akali deck list. It's got 2 Vilemon. I like Vilemon a lot, but it seems like...
Yeah.
Did Vincent play Vilemon? Do you know?
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't think Colin played it either. I just watched a deck of Colin's.
Yeah.
But it's a very pleasant card. Oh my god. We've got a defensive Inferna against a Fey Folk. Is there any punish for this? Pit Rookie, maybe? God, if this was a Rengar, it would be all over right now.
I mean, it could be a Rengar.
I mean, if the Pride Stalker.
Oh, sure.
Wow. No such luck.
Wow.
Oh, but he went to Seat of Power instead of Zon Warrens. That's a sign of strength. Jesus. Excuse me.
Good over there, buddy?
I thought I was over this cold, but I guess it's
Seemed
coming
over
back
in
now that I'm
Barcelona, yeah,
streaming.
but-
Yeah.
Now that you're back from Barcelona, it's like, alright, we're
Yeah.
back.
Am I sticking with Kennen for LA? No way. I'm gonna play some kind of absolute dog shit Metal Hunt deck in LA. I don't know which one yet, but playing the Kennen was just a total waste of time.
Oh, you want to tease our secret NASA's tech?
I mean, I could imagine playing Nasus, but it was pretty popular in
Oh, yeah,
Barcelona. Although I do think it qualifies for dog shit.
NASA's is a dog.
Yeah.
You do have that.
I'm gonna need to spend some time looking at the best of decks article when they publish that and see, like,
Oh, sure.
which
What the
ones
best
look
angle
just
is.
absolutely horribly built, and then I can probably play one that's excuse me, better than that. Let me get a cough drop or something.
Yeah. Go get some water, man.
I have water. I am a little bit dying.
Good
Yeah.
thing. I think Dan's here to cover for us.
You were doing so good earlier.
Yeah, hello. I just got here. I was waiting for a spot to jump in.
Hi,
Should I
Dan.
introduce myself, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who are you, and why should
hello.
people listen to you?
Yeah, I'm Dan, or Wise Guy, and I'm also a member of Aspirant's Climb. I was in Barcelona as well last weekend. I played Kennen, and I top 64'd, and so now I have 2 regional invites. So you should listen to me less than Sam, but maybe a little bit.
It's okay. I listen to you, Dan.
Yeah,
Mostly.
yeah, some people do, and it's unclear, if it's to their benefit or detriment, but sometimes they make a good point.
Yeah. I do like listening to Dan, although I didn't take all of his advice.
Yeah,
For
Sam and
Kennen.
I played very similar Kennen list for Barcelona.
Yeah, you had the main difference, I think, was you had the Dragon form and I had the Switcheroo.
I actually had 1 Dragon form and 1 Switcheroo,
Oh.
but Yeah, I really like the one dragon form. I think I've convinced a bunch of people on the team to play one copy now. It's not something that always comes up that much, but sometimes it's good just like sitting in your discard, and it is very good with your like 3 treasure hunter tentacles deck, since you have a lot of 1 might units that you can like make them to a 5 and then a 7 with your legend, and it helps you conquer with these 1 might backline units a lot.
Yeah, I like the idea
Holy.
of dragon form after having played without it.
The death knell triggers Zanya's trading. This is so nice right now.
Oh God. Okay, so that I was wondering if that was going to require some judge intervention.
Yeah, the judge did intervene and say it was legal.
Okay.
Correctly. Good job.
Alright, so now there's the Zonias just sitting there waiting to protect the Sakali, which is pretty annoying if you're Renekton.
Yeah.
See a Shuriken flip that
Oh
can be
wow,
used.
this is really nice for the Stellacorn, yeah. Because you can shuriken flip the Stellacorn. Oh. I kind of thought he was gonna shuriken flip a Stellacorn into the Feyfolk and then bring it back with a Kali just to draw some
Yeah.
cards.
So this way, wait, what? That Akali was ready. You didn't have to do this. So I
And
thought
discard
the
it.
point of this
What?
play was
Hold,
you
can we
send
pause for a
Akali
second? Yeah,
over,
what's going on? That's
and then you conquer
dissect
it,
that.
and she's ready, and you can just walk her back.
Yeah. Wait,
But
can you back up for a second?
yeah,
I just want to see what happened.
okay.
I don't really understand.
It was
mean, I
Shuriken
think
flip
this
the
would.
Akali over, play the Inferna, and then I think Akali Legend to pull the Akali back to base.
Yeah, and then he also tapped the Akali when he did that for no reason.
Okay, so that got moved over, and then Inferna.
Yeah, I mean this play is kind of
Okay.
cool and fancy, but
I guess I just don't really understand why we
Yeah,
didn't just like
this
move
play
it
just
with
doesn't accomplish anything.
this is like a classic
Stellacorn.
case of fancy play syndrome, where like you do this cool play where you like Shuriken flip over and ambush in the Inferna, and then use your legend, and it's you like used all these resources to accomplish scoring a point and getting the Akali safely back to base, but you could have just scored with the Akali and then pulled her back
Yeah,
Well, the
as a
thing is,
move.
I kind of don't think he needed to score here. He's at 4. So
well,
like the difference between 4 and 5 is like not that high. And like getting the Stellacorn down with a Shuriken flip and then moving it back, you just draw 2 extra cards.
Oh, so
And
your
you're in the same
proposal
spot.
is you play Stellacorn in the back. You sure can flip Stellacorn here and shoot the Feyfolk. Then you just pull the Stellacorn back without scoring.
Yeah.
And you can walk
And then
Akali
move
back.
the Akali back, yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
then
then
you're
you
at
end up
4
with
points, which
4
is the same as
points
5 a lot.
Stellacorn and Akali in base. Yeah, I think I like that a lot more.
And you're up 2 cards, yeah. Because his hand is Irelia, Heron. It looks like Heron Defy right now, which is kind of means you kind of need cards. And now you're losing this Zanya's because your Inferno is just gonna get eaten for free.
Yeah, I mean, playing the Inferno
The
is worse than
Inferna
just
breaking the Zanyas is
discarding the
really
Inferno.
unfortunate. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that was the first like massive throw that we've seen. I think.
Yeah.
Just total nonsense play that makes no sense.
Yeah, classic nonsense play that makes no sense.
All right, they are running low on time here as well. But if Renekton can put something nice in the base right now, I think they got a pretty good shot.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like they got some stuff. Oh, there's a Nidalee too that can be played. Oh wow, I'm surprised that Nidalee got played to base.
I kind of like this play because it's hard to do a defensive combat trick against a Kali because of
Oh, sure.
how-
Well, you win the combat though, right? Like if you put
That's
the
true.
Kali in, you win the combat. You just
Italy
power
is sort
recharge.
of a solid defensive trick, but I like just being the base because we're so good at scoring. Like, or we just need to score twice next turn. We don't really need to hold, and so it feels like a little risky to try to commit to a hold against shuriken flips and stuff, and
Yeah,
green
that's
Akali.
true. But
You're gonna-
you know their hand, right? Like we just sabotage.
That is
We know
true.
it's Heron Aurelia. There is a flip in the yard. That is true. Wait, did we not Zonwarns here?
Yeah.
'Cause that's
What-
the Zealous Coin that we started last turn, right?
Hang on, what was the point of empowering our legend here?
He used it. Wait, no, he didn't. Didn't use it. Hold on.
He didn't use it, no.
He
In case of a punch first, I think.
there is no mana
Can
for punch.
Renekton play punch first off the legend? I don't think
Renekton
they
can only play units.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I don't understand this really. That +2 on Inferna is from Assault. Just a total misuse of the dice. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, not a huge fan of that. I feel like it's more clear without that, honestly. But
So yeah, so now the Sakali player has to hold here, which is
it looks really difficult to hold. I mean, Akali only holds as
Yeah.
a 4 and Inferno holds as a 1. And you can't play Heron or Aurelia or much of anything, really.
Yeah, I think you would have had a much better shot this turn if you just played the Heron and prayed. Although, wow, with the Emperor's Divide, that is a hidden card that works with the Heron, but you have nothing to cast off it anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter.
It's also not a very good hidden card for holding.
Yeah, well, you can just cast it on nothing to enable the Heron, which would
Yeah,
be nice
yeah.
if you had something to use with it. But
I mean, we're losing on board, right?
yeah,
As the Akali player. Like, we can't, if the Renekton player had no cards in hand, no runes, we would still lose to just the 3 units in play.
yeah. In fact, you'd be even more likely to lose in that scenario because they would be forced to go for it. Although I guess you're kind of just forced to go for
I mean,
it
yeah,
anyways.
for it. Yeah, versus the Akali readying with Shuriken flip and stuff, yeah.
All right, sorry about the coughing. Hopefully my body will grow up in a little bit.
You got the convention plague classic.
Yeah. I mean, I was sick
Somehow-
on my way over there, but I got over it.
Somehow
over
I avoided
the first day or
everything.
two.
Like, I feel totally fine. I don't feel sick at all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm sick. I just, whatever. I'm just having a bad time. All right, Ambessa. I will give you a little spoiler chat. Ambessa is one of the decks that I could end up playing in LA. I think that's one that I'll work on a little bit. Because I was having kind of a good time with Ambessa before. I just thought it was a little stinky.
Yeah, I think the signature spell is really good, but a lot of the rest of the Ambessa kit is not that strong. But the signature spell, I think, is quite powerful.
Yeah, I like a lot of what's going on in Ambessa, except that I think yellow-orange is just a kind of a weak color combination.
Yeah, I don't love the Ambessa Legend. It feels just a little pricey to me, It's like a very powerful effect, right? I mean, movement is a very powerful effect in this game, but
Yeah,
it's a hefty price.
it is pricey. Yeah, it forces you to put a certain type of card in your deck, and
not that good.
also
Yeah,
costs
it's
a bunch of
relying on
power.
doing a bunch of stuff where you have to empower and burn runes and
Yeah, I think it's a good effect to like threaten and use once or twice a game. But okay, sorry, hold on. What just happened? Oh, did he back the Inferno and then ready the Inferno with... No, the Inferno was in base. So, hold on.
Looks like we back the Fae
Yeah.
Folk.
So they're double readying the Fave Folk. So it looks like... Excuse me.
Yeah, I think we could have made this play with any unit, not specifically first mate. But
Right.
it just looks like the Rengar player doesn't have other units in hand that
Yeah,
they would
but
want to conveniently play.
you can put the first mate in your base, though. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's true.
They just got absolutely destroyed by a punch first, giving you the opponent to conquer and losing 2 of your own units.
Yeah,
That
is
is savage.
That is a strong punch first.
Huge, yeah.
I mean, it's kind of, it's always a gamble to play a punch first on like turn 2 and burn 2 runes, but if you're, killing 2 units and scoring a point off it, that is a lot of value.
Yeah, I guess you're only net killing 1 unit, but you're also saving your KL and, yeah, scoring a point. I think it's, excuse me, definitely worth it.
Rengar, this is not a great showing from the Rengar deck. It feels like the Rengar deck ran out of cards really quickly. I mean, maybe playing into that punch first, or not, I don't know. Getting hit by the punch first, regardless, of whether that was a mistake or played into it too much, or if that was just a natural progression of their game state. The Rengar player doesn't have that much stuff going on. I think they're down to 1 card in hand, 4 points, not that much.
Yeah.
Not that much in base. I mean, a very small base here. And the Kale is able to run over one of these first mates, and then we're going to play Rengar to try to run over the Kale, but... Or maybe the Kale even stays in base to not get munched on by the Rengar.
Okay,
Which
so...
it looks like is what's happening.
Oh, is the Rengar available? Yeah, you can't go in against
Yeah, I think
that.
the Rengar is still available, which is very important. Because...
but no, if they were tapped out of Rengar there, you can go in with Kale, knock out one of the
You can
first
go
mates,
and pull
then
it back with the
run
Legend.
back with the Legend. Yeah, I think that would have been good to do.
Yeah, you're spending a power to get a point and kill a first mate.
Yeah.
Basically.
I think I'm even more interested in just killing the first mate than even getting the point.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, at 2 to 6, definitely.
You're at the point in the game where you have enough runes and you just need to, like you were saying, the Rengar player is running out of material and you just need to, like, grind them out here.
This is a game where, like, you need to win by attrition, right? You need to crunch down your opponent's resources and, like, win some combats.
Yeah, certainly you're gonna excuse me. You're gonna have to start winning combats. Okay, now we're using dice to represent the same thing the Empower token is representing, which is gonna get confusing if there's ever a pump spell played.
Yeah, again, not my favorite use of dice.
Chat wants to know, why did I not play Draven? So I was working on a Draven deck for a little while, and then I played it at a local, and I played against Kennen, and I just got absolutely destroyed, and it seemed like a horrible matchup, and I just instantly gave up on Draven.
Yeah, we had other people on the team that were, sharing similar experiences from either the Draven side or from the Kennen side of the Draven deck just being really bad into Kennen.
Yeah, I do not want to have a bad matchup against a deck that's, 15% of the field or whatever.
Yeah.
Although, maybe I'm gonna have to relax that requirement for LA if I'm gonna play a deck like Ambessa.
You know, it depends on how bad the matchup is and what your goals are, right?
Yeah.
Like it's a lot easier to win the Ambessa metal card than it is to win the Draven metal card, so you can justify some more stuff.
Okay. So we got turn 1 favor. God, sorry. Okay, here's the card you were talking about, Public Execution, which is a great answer to Fey Folk. Well, it spends a power,
In a
but
sense, yeah,
yeah.
spending the power is painful, but you at least
It's an
kill the
answer to
Fey
Fey
Folk
Folk.
in base before it eats any of your units, and you've still got the execution to flow later if you want.
Yeah. All right. Here's the best battlefield in the game for Ambessa, Risen Altar. This is like just a like a huge card for Ambessa, because you have all these empower guys that you have to pay ridiculous cost to turn on, but Risen Altar gives you a big refund.
Yeah, I agree. This battlefield's great for Ambessa. It's also it's just extremely lopsided, where it's really good for the Ambessa deck and completely blank for most other decks, which is a great combination to have.
Yeah.
It's sort of like the thing where like Kennen plays Minefield, and the Minefield is extremely good for the Kennen deck, and almost blank for, you know, basically every other deck.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes your opponent knows like an Onslaught or a Dragon Form or something, but the Kennen deck just gets so much more value out of it than every other deck does.
In general, cards like Minefield and Risen Altar are battlefields to keep an eye on. Another one like that is Power Nexus, which hasn't really found a home yet.
Yeah.
But like that kind of battlefield is very attractive to me, just because like it does something powerful if your deck is interested in a very specific thing, and then you know, for most people it's useless.
Yeah, we've started seeing Sandswept Tomb see some play, right, in various decks.
Yeah.
And that's another battlefield where like some decks it's extremely strong, and then a lot of decks it does very little. So it's like, yeah, getting these imbalances is an important part of deck building in Riftbound, right? Or maybe not deck building, but battlefield selection in Riftbound, where it's really important to find these battlefields that are great for you and just borderline useless for your opponents.
Yeah, both sides of that equation are equally valuable in some sense.
Yeah, you want to find the highest delta between good for you and bad for your opponent, right?
Yeah, the good for you part is a lot more predictable, but if you have a good read on the meta, then bad for your opponent can be easy to figure out as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Meanwhile, we got a 2 7s and a recruit getting in the mix here on Emperor's Dais.
It's a little
So,
interesting
is this a hidden
to send the
blade?
Rengar in first before the Forerunner, don't you think?
Yeah.
Because one of these is gonna is one, if one of your sevens is gonna bonk into the Ambessa and die, I would rather lose the Forerunner than lose the Rengar, right?
Yeah, also
So I'm not sure about this order.
the mechs from the Forerunner can also give you pumps to make the Rengar actually win combat, but playing it in this order does mean that the hidden blade doesn't stop you.
Well, it could have stopped, right? It could have killed the Forerunner and held.
Yeah. I mean, getting the Rengar killed by hidden blade is is a lot more annoying than getting the Forerunner killed. But also, like, the Hidden Blade could have just been used on the Rengar still. So, not totally sure what the deal was there. Like, you Hidden Blade your recruit, you draw some cards, but now what are you going to do about this Forerunner? Looks like I guess they're going to have to Rengar it. Rengar plus punch first, maybe. Oh my, okay. So this is a big push against this Kale. I think I probably would have just passed with 5 on your first mate there. Threatening to trade with the Kale, which, like, I think the Ambessa player may have pulled the trigger on a punch first there because the Kale seems really important here. But now that you use the Thrill, there's no use of playing the punch first because the Kale dies anyways.
Yeah, this has been a bit of a rough game for the Ambessa deck. I mean, it feels like the Ambessa deck has way more cards in hand, but they're so far behind on the board, and the Rengar deck is already threatening to win when the Ambessa deck is at 3 points with no units.
Yeah, I mean, this is the cost of Hidden Blading your own unit, is you end up with just, much farther behind on the board. Although that Forerunner still hasn't popped. It would have popped if it got Hidden Bladed, and then you kind of, if you're Rengar, you're not even that much farther behind. But yeah, also, like, I mean, this is just Forerunner against a non-purple deck. It's just so nasty.
Yeah, classic Forerunner versus non-purple deck, completely broken.
Yeah. That is definitely one of the big draws to playing a red deck, is you get to play with that Forerunner card in, half your matchups where your opponents aren't playing purple.
Yeah. Is this a win on board for Rengar? It looks like it to me. Yeah.
All right, well,
I mean,
that was a little rough.
maybe a little expected just from the very start of the match, where the Rengar deck is quite strong and the Ambessa deck does not seem nearly as good.
Yeah. Okay, so now we've got Houses Are Big, famous Shen enjoyer, who's been tweeting constantly about just how awful Shen is, and he's never been able to find a playable deck.
Did Houses end up winning the Shen best of at this tournament? I thought someone
of
else
course
won it.
not.
No, he did not.
Well,
I ran
think
into him in
any
the
Shen's
airport.
but
I talked to him about it for a minute. He said he changed like 10 cards last minute, and the rest of the deck was not like set up to take advantage of those changes. So he just totally, like, after months of testing and trying every config of Shen, he made a big last minute change. So, like, I guess he just had not found anything acceptable in all of his testing, and he just did a last minute Hail Mary, and it did not work out. So, not great for him. He's got the green Shen, which is the one where if you have 2 units, you draw a card when you hold.
I think so.
Okay.
And it's a 6 might or something, right? It's pretty big.
Oh, we've just
If I remember
time traveled.
correctly.
Oh, okay, we're back. Looks like Shen died in combat somehow.
Shadow Dash.
I do think the Shadow Dash card is pretty good. At least it has a lot of words that look kind of strong on it.
Yeah, so it's Charm +1 if you have 2 units there, and also it has Flow, right?
Yeah. Flow
It's
cost is
plus 1 to
huge
both of your
though.
units.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yeah. So it's charm, and then if you have 2 units, it's plus 1 to both units. And
Oh, I guess it's worse than charm because it's to a battlefield you have units.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
So
true. You can't like punt them off the battlefield back to base to score the 8th point.
Yeah.
It's
it's
only
yeah.
charm as the removal mode.
I I played against a charm from a Lilia deck in day 2 where they charmed my backline unit to go up to a battlefield I had 3 Rossos at, and then they played unchecked power, which is a nice mode of charm that you
That's a
can't
sick
do
play.
with Shadow
Yeah.
Dash.
That's a sick play. Yeah. I mean, charm is so good and so flexible.
Yeah.
Oh, my cam is covering up the left player's win pips. Okay, well, 1 second.
Oh, we might not need those for this match.
Yeah. It's not a super great spot to put my cam, but I feel like having it on
I think-
increases the stream quality a little bit.
Well, is there a way to move it down just a little bit to cover?
Yeah, I just
Barcelona?
made it a little smaller. So the only thing it's covering now is the Regional Qualifier logo, and the word Barcelona is still visible. So you can tell what you're
Well, we
watching.
still can't see the win pip, so if you move it down a
What?
little bit, like you can't see how many game wins in this set.
You can,
Houses has.
you can see it now. Are you behind?
Oh, oh wait, you can now. Okay, sorry, I didn't. Yeah, it was like 2 minutes behind.
Yeah. For some reason YouTube does not do a good job of keeping you live sometimes.
Void Assault.
Void Assault is such a great card. I love that card so much.
Yeah, it's an awesome card. You can make
Super
so many
sick.
cool plays with it.
Okay.
So
Is
Houses
it a
has
Vile Maw?
a bunch of cards, not a ton of stuff in play, but he's got a Stellacorn. He needs to figure out a way to translate these cards into some board presence. Looks like he can just charm every creature away. That's a good start. Okay, he doesn't want to charm the other first mate, though. He wants to spend his energy playing 2 more Sand
Units?
Soldiers. He's got the tank
you
available
know-
from Shen, so it could work.
Yeah.
Do we know if Houses has movement spells for the Stellacorn? I don't think there are that many in green, but
No,
Emperor's
I think there
Divide
aren't any. Yeah,
is-
besides Emperor's Divide.
Oh, there's also Resonating Strike, which he could have, but that card seems kind of horrible, so I kind of doubt it.
Yeah.
yeah. So it's mostly just a 4 might 3 that's gonna draw like 1 card a turn.
Oh my god. Rengar.
Yeah, Stellacorn does not seem nearly as strong in this deck as it is in Akali or Aurelia.
Yeah, I'm used to seeing it in yeah, exactly those 2 decks where you could move it like 2, 3 many times in a turn, and it's completely insane protecting it with cheap spells and drawing a million cards, and it does not seem to have had this level of impact out of the Shen deck yet.
Yeah.
So Houses has a Vile Maw, which he could just hold up here and hope his opponent gets tricked by it.
Oh, we're just Emperor's Dividing. It looks like. Or sorry, what is this?
Desert's Call.
Called? Desert's Call. Yeah.
Chat asked if I am a full-time Riftbound player now. Yes, I'm no longer doing software engineering. And they also asked what I played at Barcelona. I played Kennen, which I am also firing.
Yeah, we had like some discussion just within the team about how Kennen doesn't seem to play to your strengths as much as some of the other decks in Riftbound do. And I don't know how much you want to talk about that or if it's a little too off topic for this stream, but I thought it was an interesting discussion that you could certainly either discuss at some point or write an article about, or like that might be something that people will be interested in.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much I buy it, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly wouldn't go so far as to say that you're bad at playing Kennen and good at playing other decks, but I do think it plays to your strengths a little less well than some other decks. Or at least that argument sort of makes sense to me. That Violent was sick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
guess
might all...
Kennen is not that much about arranging your might in the exact precise way, and it's a lot more about just blasting your cards into play and hoping they work.
Yeah, it's about like overwhelming numbers, not having your numbers precisely arranged
Yeah,
correctly as much.
I'm pretty good at putting the exact amount of might in on each battlefield, like when I play with Rengar or whatever.
I just realized House's shirt is a Surgeon Shen cosplay.
Oh, that's cute.
Is it
And
really? I
And
hadn't
it's
realized that.
branded.
and it's
That is
branded,
cool.
and it's like a reputable like Scrubs brand too, which is kind of nice,
Wow.
if I'm being honest.
He really is dedicated to Shen. All right, so he played a Kennen
Yeah.
turn 1, and then it got munched by Faith Oak plus Star Spring. Oh, and House's own amateur recital is getting used against him to score with this Faith Oak here, and still threaten to trigger it next turn. Looks like the Kha'Zix player's hand is kind of bad.
Chance.
Wow.
Is that no units in the Kha'Zix player's hand?
Yeah, he has a Ruin Runner that he couldn't cast, so that. But
see.
yeah, the Hidden Blade, your only Fae Folk when you obviously had no castable units, is a kind of heads up play, but it it's unfortunately not very likely to work because it's a Hidden Blade. So your opponent's going to draw 3 fresh cards. Like one of them will be a unit.
Yeah, hidden blading your opponent's 2-cost unit after it score. I mean, you're giving your opponent 2 cards and you're losing a rune, and your opponent already scored a point. It's such a bad exchange.
Yeah, they scored 2 points with that Fae Folk and killed your own backline unit with it. It's like, yeah, you just got absolutely dumpstered by that exchange.
Yeah, kind of looks like Houses has no better. Oh, that was the
Yeah,
viral
I saw that
viral
clip too.
move. Yeah.
Throwing the rune
Smooth.
perfectly under
Yeah.
the deck. Alright, Void Assault gets defied. Void Assault gets played again. And Houses is holding on to his other Defy. Or does he not have one? I thought he had another Defy,
It
but
looks like a
that's a back
discipline.
off.
Yeah. Looks like it's gonna like discipline back off. Emperor's Divide.
Can't say
Nah, I
I'm
think this
impressed by
Rune
either of these
Runner-
decks this game.
Yeah. This Rune Runner is just gonna win the game.
Yeah, wow, it's 4-0. There's, I believe, a Ride the Wind in hand that can score 2 points this turn. There's a Fae Folk too. You could use that. Oh, I guess this Fizz is going to use Void Assault, which is going to use Star Spring to score 2 points with the Ruin Runner. This is really smooth. If you made a play where you try to like send Fizz against the cannon, then oh, he's not doing it. But you would have been susceptible to back off or discipline or whatever. But yeah, okay, I don't like this. I want to like do this rampage, then play Fey Folk to the Star Spring and score with the Ruin Runner. Then you would be at 6 and this game would be over. But as it is, you're at 5 and this game is over.
I agree with the game being over.
Okay, so if he rips another pump spell here, then he can take down the Ruin Runner, which would be great. No such luck. All right, I think we can put him out of his misery. All right, here's another match. That's Ghoster Driver on the right.
Is that
Top
Ghoster
8
Driver?
competitor.
Oh, okay, nice.
Playing Zed.
Oh wow. Against LeBlanc.
That's a metal hunt. LeBlanc is, I think, a deck. I'm not sure how popular it was, but I played against it 3 times this weekend, including
Wait, really?
2 in the pre-rift and then 1 in round 1 or round 2.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I played against it twice. I played against it once in the pre-rift and once in the RQ.
Yeah, I don't understand why people are so playing LeBlanc, but yeah, LeBlanc is one of those metal hunt decks that is too popular, probably. Is kind of how I
think
feel
a bunch
about
of
it.
people just really like the deck. Like, it's popular because it's very cool and fun to play, I think, is part of what's going on.
Yeah, it's also a popular character, so probably the prize card is worth a significant amount.
Yeah, it did okay at the event. I think there were a bunch of LeBlancs at like X3-ish, like X21, X3 around that. I don't think there were any in top 8 or top 16, but you know, had some solid results.
Yeah, I don't think it's an unplayable deck or anything. It does powerful stuff. Same stuff as it did last set, but yeah, I
think it's kind of unfortunate
as high
that it's not very good into Kennen.
Yeah.
I think the Kennen deck having consistent access to Starcrossed and scoring pressure and like, I don't know, your Rexes can't even kill a Rasa with 4 damage. I think it's got some problems there, but
yeah, I was beating it with Kennen the same way that I beat it with Rengar, which is just get some medium holds down in the middle of the game, and then the game is over if they can't crack them.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got the Zed with the boots is kind of cool. I don't know how much it's going to help against this particular LeBlanc deck, but
Yeah, Forge is an interesting battlefield from the Zed deck.
oh, he's got Karox Tornado Warrior. That could help against LeBlanc.
Oh, now we're cooking. Yeah.
Yeah. Surely LeBlanc is going to have some absolute units to steal with that. They might even put them in the graveyard themselves for you. It's funny how face up this is when you do the Karox Tornado Warrior thing.
Yeah, it's pretty suspicious when your opponent takes a battlefield and then slams a Karox there and hides a card.
Chat wants to know how was my run. I went 9-4 with Kennen, and I finished just outside of the prize money. I could have drawn my last round instead of playing it out, but I didn't do the math correctly, or I made some bad assumptions. But yeah, overall, I did not really like the way the Kennen deck played. I mean, it's a great deck, but I like one of my losses. I definitely giga punted, but a lot of the games that were difficult because like I drew my cards in the wrong order, which is not a property I really like. This Tornado Warrior stole a thousand-tailed Watcher. That is so nasty. Holy crap.
That is a lot of might to get for free.
It's interesting that the Karox stayed at the battlefield. I feel like you could have sent the Karox back with the Star Spring. You have to stack it so the Star Spring is underneath the Tornado Warrior ability, but you can do that. And then you can save the Zed with the Shadow Clone if you want. But maybe if you don't have another Tornado Warrior, you don't care about the Karox. Although I'm kind of down to just pay the 6 mana and 2 power for the natural Karox and power next turn and steal another nasty monster.
Let's take the Mixologist or something.
Yeah, or you can wait for the Watcher to die and then take it again.
Yeah, sure.
Although you can't accelerate the Watcher, which is kind of funny. But you're going to get to conquer with Zed again, which is pretty nice. Really racking up the Shadow Clones here.
I guess the clones are a reason to let the Karox die. Well, I guess you'd let something die in that combat anyways. Maybe not.
Maybe the Watcher would die and then
Yeah,
it
sure.
wouldn't be in your graveyard, but Seal of Discord used to retreat the Zed without losing a power. That's pretty nice. I kind of like what I'm seeing on the Zed side here.
This has been a good showing for Zed so far. This is a deck that I was considering metal hunting in LA, and I know Sam. I mean, we talked about this.
Yeah.
That both of us have been considering playing this in LA for the hunt.
Is my version of Kennen up? I don't think so. Maybe I'll tweet it later today. That's a good idea. I played against the best of Lucian, and the chat was asking about this and how was the matchup. He absolutely kicked my ass. I just got totally destroyed. I think part of it was like I had some bottom 5% Kennen draws in that matchup, and it's pretty tough to work with your deck when it's just not cooperating. Like I mulligan my Nocturnes, I miss my 2-drop, that kind of thing. But also yeah, it did not feel like a great matchup. The holds that Kennen deck does, where you play like several medium-sized units to a battlefield, are like explicitly very weak against the equipment stuff that Lucian does. So it seems structurally not good.
Sort of makes sense.
All right, these Shadow Clones are really getting out of hand. Yeah. They're gonna swap Zed with another. Yeah, this is cool.
This is actually really nice.
Once you get a ready Shadow Clone, if you can conquer with that Zed over and over again, it's pretty good.
A huge board. Kind of like what I see here.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, we're at 6 points, and we've got some units in the discard, and so like
These Shadow Clones are gonna do a lot of damage.
Yeah, we're just easily gonna be able to like send 20 might to a battlefield if we need to conquer our 8th point next turn.
Even a big LeBlanc Conqueror is not gonna stop you.
Yeah.
Perfect. units in the yard. Perfect for battle clones to use.
Yeah, I mean this is like almost 30 might coming across. I guess if we trade the Z off and then put the boots on each of these units before the trade off, this is like 40 might or something.
Yeah. Oh wow, another boots drawn.
We definitely don't have enough purple runes to fully utilize double boots on all our units, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, this is an absurd amount of might for the final turn.
I think I see a perfect execution as well. So you could go like Z to the forge, play perfect execution twice. You know, then send everybody to the Star Spring. Okay, but they are doing the trade line that you mentioned, which is, yeah, pretty safe here. Oh. Okay, I thought this was going to go trade again, but we're just going to win combat. Oh, I see. The perfect execution is going to go on this Shadow Clone, and then it's going to be a 12 at the other side.
Gonna get another +4. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, this is kind of cool.
All right, sorry. I guess it's going to be a 15. I forgot to count the +3 from perfect execution.
Wow.
That'll do it.
Impressive game from an unpopular deck.
Yeah, that was cool. I'm curious how Zed did overall, both in terms of how many people played it and what their records were.
I know the answer to this, and I don't want to spoil it, but not well. How many? There were, I think there were like 24 Zed decks in the tournament in Barcelona, which is 1% of the room or whatever. How many do you think made day 2?
Was it 0?
I would have to double check, but I think it's 0.
Oh my god.
It's one guy, and you're looking at him.
Ghost Driver
Oh,
made
wow.
day 2. Okay.
Yep.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
one did they do? Okay.
Yeah, but his path was none of the top decks. That's the only caveat to it. He didn't play any Masteries. He didn't play any Cannons. He didn't play any Rengars.
Yeah.
So I wonder, because the thing about, I actually tried this deck myself, and I feel like it folds to any Feyfolk opener ever because you just can't do the secret thing, can't do the hidden thing. So I kind of struggle to see how it beats that deck, because when I tried to test it for 10 games, I lost 100% of my games to Feyfolk.
Yeah, I mean, I think dodging the
That's
good decks is
believable.
definitely a big part of successfully metal hunting.
True.
Chat is asking, is June going to show his deck list? June won the best of Kha'Zix, so you will see his deck
Oh yeah, you will
posted
see
in
that.
the best of
Yeah.
article. But yeah, also he is writing a guide, and he will post it, I think, on the Aspirant's Climb Metafy.
Unclear if it's his own Metapie or the Aspirant's Clan Metapie, but we will make sure it is known when he finished his guide. He's currently hard at work on it.
I know June also has his own YouTube channel and such.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
yeah, he might share it both in our team spaces and on his own individual spaces. So, but either way, I'm sure it'll be good. It'll be good content. I mean, he's won the best of Kha'Zix 3 times now, so
Yeah, definitely a guy
he
worth
clearly knows
listening
what he's
to.
doing. Yeah, and I think he said that one of his students who had paid for coaching previously was the runner-up best of Kha'Zix. So
Pretty good showing.
yeah.
All right.
Huge sacrifice.
Watcher to. Oh, they're not even going to the minefield. Oh, they have
With a
Hillock, so
hillock.
they're going to the minefield after.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
So brutal.
Yeah, but the Zed is going to swap back. probably. I guess maybe you don't want to
No, I
spend a power.
can't.
Oh, did he already use
There's
it?
no. Oh, wait, can you? I thought it was
It's action speed.
slow speed. It was action speed. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I guess you could save it.
Yeah, and
Not,
then you're gonna need, like, if you
not
can come up with a
enthusiastic
perfect
about it.
execution here, then you can conquer over the Watcher, but it looks like there is none. So Zed is just gonna, oh, there's one in the trash. Nice.
Eh.
All right. Now we are gonna find out what Ghoster Driver is made of. Do you play the seals so that you can swap the Zed with the Shadow Clone on your opponent's turn if you have to?
He's discarding.
Oh,
Ooh, that's kind of good.
wow. So actually, Ghoster Driver was thinking hard about where to put that Shadow Clone, thinking about putting it on the excuse me, on the hillock, and he did not have the switcheroo yet. Then he used his legend to dig, and he found the switcheroo. He could have used the legend before combat, and if he had done that, he would have known whether he had the switcheroo or not.
Point.
So, but it's kind of fine anyways because the Shadow Clone is in the back, ready to swap with Zed and get used with switcheroo anyway. So. Mirror image got used on a Shadow Clone? Is that what happened? Yeah, it must be. And then
Wow.
dragon form. Wow, ended up being a pretty terrible turn against that switcheroo.
Yeah. What's that face down card in Ghoster Driver's trash?
I think those are the banished cards.
That's probably
I
something
think that's
banished, yeah.
how.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I
Yeah.
understand. Okay. Dead Conquer.
Just milled a perfect execution off of Minefield. We take those.
That's really nice, yeah.
6-6. Only 5 runes, so Ghoster Driver can play 1 additional unit here for 4 might. Oh, I see. He's using Up from the Deep. Putting 2 guys on each battlefield makes some sense. Insulates you from Ruined Rex stopping you from holding here, which is all that's really going on. Oh, plus the Tentacles enables this Noxus Hopeful to be played. But he drew Deathmark, so he's preferring to play that for some reason.
Oh.
Seems like he should have played the one from his trash, since he's got 2 seals. But
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Okay.
Doesn't seem like it matters.
Unless the
much.
LeBlanc player has Rift Herald Hook, so it's not entirely doomed, but it's
Yeah.
definitely not looking great.
If he has that with a
Oh, there's a
Watcher
Karthus in play too.
in hand,
Or
there's
sorry,
a-
Karthus in hand. Does he have to play at all?
well,
Does- Oh, but he
yeah,
can't
I
use
guess-
the hook if he does that.
I guess all you have to do is use the hook and find a Thousand-Tailed Watcher and accelerate it, and you're good. It's not there though.
Yeah, the Harness Dragon's not good enough there.
Yeah, there's a Ruined Rex that could be used with the Karthus and maybe a Sacrifice in hand, but it's not enough
It's-
because there's 2
yeah.
units on each battlefield.
Yeah, there it is. Nice. Okay.
That was
I mean,
cool. I like that.
that was
Ghoster
cool.
Driver
Yeah,
stack.
that didn't look horrible there.
Yeah, that was fairly impressive, honestly.
Curious.
Zed
what-
moving around came up a lot more than I expected it to.
Yeah.
The Zed Without a Sound is a pretty strong card. I've played with it. before.
I agree. It's definitely a good card.
Yeah.
I just wasn't expecting it to like bounce around and take as many battlefields as it did. You know?
Yeah, the pattern where like it survives the first turn and then you have the ready Shadow Clone in your base, you go conquer and swap it and bring it back safely is really nice.
Yeah.
All right, what is this? Rek'Sai with a longsword? I don't know that I've seen that, but it makes a lot of sense when you have all these recruits. And is that the Glorious Anthem card?
Yep.
What's that called? Rage something? Synthesizer,
Yeah.
maybe?
Rage modifier. I don't know, but yeah, it's +1 to everything. I have seen Longsword and Rek'Sai before. I think it's pretty reasonable in the deck. I think it's better now than it used to be because when Diana was super popular with a bunch of acceptable losses, it was kind of stinky to get your Longsword randomly killed by acceptable losses, but that's less popular now, so I feel like Longsword has improved for that reason.
Yeah, same goes for the
And
Rage Amplifier.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, we like Kennen does get to run that one main deck salvage. I think most Kennens probably have that, but yeah, I think main deck gear hate has probably gone down a little bit.
Yeah, neither of these get pickpocketed, which is maybe one of the more popular main deck gear hate options right now because of Kennen and Azir
True. Yeah.
and Ornn in the near future.
Yeah. Pickpocket stonks going up again.
We're so back.
Jesus, this board is crazy. That's like probably 30 might if you count the longsword cascades.
Oh.
Well, we don't have enough runes to put the longsword on everything, but yeah, this is a lot of might.
I'm not sure if the Rage Amplifier is empowered or not. I feel like that +1 probably means it is empowered.
I'm gonna guess it's not empowered, and I think the +1 means that it's giving +1 might to everything, because I don't
Yeah.
see the empowered thing on it.
It's a common misuse of dice angle.
Yeah,
Okay, we got Watcher
yeah.
Bellows. That is gonna kill 6 units probably, or maybe 5 units. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I mean it can kill everything that's not the grayback.
Yeah.
Not bad. Getting
Yeah.
the Bellows breath discount off the Heron is pretty sick.
Wait, isn't everything a 2?
They were all like
With Watcher, they're all
yeah,
ones.
yeah. It was,
Oh, they
it
were all
was
Watcher.
Watcher.
They were all Watcher.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I wasn't watching closer.
Yeah, the problem with playing the Watcher to the battlefield is that you got to figure out how to get over to stop that hold.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not playing to the Watcher to the battlefield is probably good because it was probably right to do that because I don't know the shark with the long sword and the amplifier can easily get over just the Heron, but
Yeah.
it does put us in the situation now where we have to navigate across.
Yeah. In
Or
fact,
have like
you would
a
just be dead on
siphoning strike
board
or something.
if you did Watcher to your base because
Yeah, I don't think we could have played the Watcher to the base.
yeah,
That's
but
for
it looks
sure.
like he has another Watcher, so that's gonna work. And then Nasus will be at 6. Rek'Sai has to figure out how to get over, I guess, just this paper tree. I think you want to probably move back with maybe the Heron, maybe the Watcher. Not sure which one. So that
I saw Discipline in the Nasus player's hand, by the way, which seems good here.
yeah. Is that 3 Under Titans in hand? You do not want to see that.
Yeah. On your candlelit game, 3 Undertitans in hand is incredibly unlucky.
Yeah.
More abuse of dice. I mean, this one is less egregious, but still. So this is a 7, so we can mash this into the Watcher to trade. But yeah, looks like we're gonna go for a
Okay.
trade to at least stop the win. We did not empower this before moving in, correct? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we
There's
needed to hold up
Inferna.
this Inferna.
Okay. So if this Conquer goes through, then you know you're in it. You just need Nasus to have bricks in hand.
Yeah.
Do you think we're gonna see a performative Rek'Sai activation here?
Looks like it.
I mean, we should do it, right, to
you
bluff
have
that we
to
don't
do it
have
to-
all the Undertitans in our hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason not to do it would be if you have no Undertitan. Oh, what? He just drew. Oh, he drew from 7 points, I guess. It's nothing, and then I mean, you might as well just put everything you got at the paper tree. I don't think you're gonna have another turn if
Yeah.
that doesn't work. So just do your best. Oh,
Well, we might be trying to trade for Herring here.
oh, this is 7 to kill one of these units. Yeah, sure. I'm not sure this is better
This
than just
is
stacking up the
fine.
Yeah.
paper tree, but
It might depend on what the hidden card is, because if this is a hidden blade,
It
then
is a
this might be
hidden blade,
better.
is a hidden
Because
blade,
it does,
yeah.
it uses the Rek'Sai, like, assault might, effectively.
well,
Well,
problem is, like,
the charm kind of helps.
yeah, charm is enough to not be dead here.
Yeah.
But now, yeah, now that Rek'Sai attack has chipped down Nasus's board enough that you've got a shot to clear that hold with the Under Titan.
This is, how much of this is a 10 might hold, right?
Yeah.
So 5, 6 with the Rage Amplifier, 8 with the sword. We can play our other Under Titan and crash it in, and everything trades off.
Probably pretty good.
Is that a Time Warp and a Vilemaw? So
Wow.
if the Rek'Sai had just gone to the paper tree, that would have been a win for Rek'Sai by holding, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken.
Yeah, that is true. Sam is always right, I guess. We have to live with it.
No one ever listens to me.
Well, no, we do almost always listen to you, I would say.
Okay, so Falling Star says Under Titan can trade here. Is it enough? Yeah, if you just kill that and then equip Under Titan, that's an 8, right? So that's actually enough to conquer.
Yeah. It's not
bad.
winning the game yet, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, clearing their board and being at 7 with a 7 might or 8 might unit on a battlefield is a pretty good place to be, though.
Maybe put this hopeful on the battlefield, just stack it, right?
Yeah, so question is, like, how do you, like, does Thousand-Tailed Watcher stop you? Or like, can you win if they play that?
Yeah.
If you stack and they
fair.
have their last Watcher, that could get them back into the game. But the Hopeful is a 5, so it would be +2, and then the Under Titan is an 8, so that would be a 5. So I think stacking it actually works okay against Watcher. But yeah, Nasus just does not have it.
I thought we also had a Carrion Dredger to play in our base. Maybe I was mistaken though.
Maybe the Rek'Sai player forgot they had mana floating. Oh, that's not the right person's deck. We're looking at the Kha'Zix deck from last round. All right. So we got Ravenbloom start for Nasus and a Carrion Dredger going second for Rek'Sai. Both sides score with their 2-drop. And Nasus had
Nasus
no
didn't really
turn 2
do anything
play.
on turn 2.
Yeah,
which is-
just use Treasure Hoard. I think this is a symptom of the way that Nasus asks you to build your deck, basically. And it's
many expensive cards.
Yeah, it's why we were putting Frostcoat Mother in the Nasus deck to have kind of a medium bridge play. Yeah, I don't know if this player has that or not, but they certainly did not have it in their hand there.
I sort of suspect that there were holdings because, okay, they played 2 Ravenbloom students, and they haven't like played any card draw, right? Which means that on the previous turn, at least one of these Ravenbloom students was in their hand.
Yeah, so they were probably holding up a Disciplined so they don't get like walked over by a Cleave or whatever.
Yeah, so they chose to Treasure Hoard, make a gold,
But now
and
there's no
hold up
Discipline.
Discipline.
Discipline saves one of these students from this Falling Star, so that wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a back off.
Oh, they held up back off and used Treasure Hoard rather than play
Yeah.
a student.
Defy, back off, Heron, and was it Watcher maybe? Yeah. This is the last card. Okay, Defy saves the last Ravenbloom student, but there's the Discipline. Just in time. This is not looking good for Nasus.
We can take the Treasure Hoard, make a gold, play Heron, I guess. I don't really see what the alternative is here. I guess we don't have to make the gold, but we could play Nasus.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of appealing, even if you have nothing to do with the Heron here. Oh, and you get to untap the 2. So yeah, you're leaving a back off. A back off plus Discipline. This makes a lot of sense.
Oh yeah, because we get to use the Nasus Legend right at 2. So yeah, then we definitely don't make the gold, so we can leave up the back off.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess this is not a totally desperate situation. Nasus is going to be able to produce a decent amount of might over the next turn or 2, and has a couple of nice tricks to back this up. They are going to need to score the Forbidding Waste at some point, but it seems like the student might be able to accomplish that without giving up too much of your holding power. Oh.
The Nasus player also has a Watcher in hand, right? Which is probably going to be good at some point this game.
Okay, whatever this is probably not going to work.
Yeah, I think the back off plus Discipline is going to be breaking
this is
here.
just Discipline the Heron. I'm not sure what he pointed at actually.
I think it's the student.
Yeah,
but
okay, I'm not sure I understand this. 4, 6, 8, 11 against 12. And then the longsword makes it 13 against 12. Back off is going to, yeah, stop the Inferna. Oh, is there more?
How do you feel about the use of this die on the Inferna?
I do not like it. Wow, okay, so there was a hidden blade, so pumping the bird would have worked out worse. So heads up play, I guess.
Yeah.
That's not a very pleasant fight to lose, though. You really lose a lot there.
You lose a lot, but it looks like the Rek'Sai player is totally out of cards. I think they have 0 cards in hand now. And we can Accelerate Watcher, run over the Treasure Hoard, and maybe be in a decent position.
Yeah. So they still have the Rek'Sai champion, but that's not going to get over the Watcher. It will be able to trade with the Watcher if that's really what you want. I kind of want to use, if this is a hidden blade
it?
hidden, I would like to kind of
Does
just
it?
play it. What the hell just happened? Why is this over?
It's a draw.
Oh. Oh yeah, okay, 0 seconds left. All right, so 5-4 draw.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, such is life. All right,
There
what do
it
we
is, I
got?
guess.
Is this Squirtle and Colin? Wow. Okay.
Oh, this is going to be a great match. Although, wait,
Uh,
what's?
No.
Oh
that
no, this is
was-
showing previous matches.
it's a
The
replay.
12-on-1 threw me for a loop for a second.
Yeah. Okay. So okay, it's Squirtle against Animation Module. Do you think Animation Module plays Magic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Seems like a safe bet.
That's a really nice username. Animation module is a
It would be
banger.
better if he didn't play Magic though, just unrelatedly animation module.
Yeah. So this is 3-0 Fiora versus Squirtle. Not who you really want to play against when you're 3-0.
No terrifying opponent at 3-0.
Yeah.
I mean, Fiora player, seems reasonably competent so far. Like, plays a 2, plays Fiora, doesn't score with the 2, keeps it in base. Seems,
Yeah, definitely.
seems like he knows what he's doing so far.
Standard play. Do you think we're going to get to see Hall of Legends untap the Grand Duelist and channel a second rune in a turn at some point in this game?
I doubt it, but
Oh,
I hope
for
you do.
for sure.
Yeah, I would love to see that. Wow, a lot of different tricks in Squirtle's hand. No more equipment.
Yeah.
So
Interesting that
can-
Squirtle declines to play the Defy here. Just lets it happen.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe values the rune.
there's
Interesting choice, I
yeah,
think.
the rune and also getting your Defy reposted would be kind of annoying. Then you would get a second card taken and something would become mighty, although it looks like that happened anyways.
Yeah, I think when playing as Fiora, you should just expect something to become mighty every turn of the game, pretty much.
Yeah. All right. So what got taken with Sabotage? Did you notice?
On
Yeah,
guard.
Okay.
On guard got taken to clear the way for the safe 5-3 conquer.
I see. So Squirtle wanted to hold up the on guard that turn.
Yeah, if you play the Defy, then you're tapped out of on guard, so you're like losing the fight either way. But not playing the Defy means that your opponent knows your hand now,
Yeah.
and you don't have the on guard for later, and it's unclear if the Defy will be good at some point this game. I mean, I feel like Fiora is not known for having a ton of defiable cards.
Yeah. They probably have Hidden Blade. They probably have Rampage. So it's not like totally impossible to find a target. But I do agree that the hand info was worth a lot. I'm not sure whether casting Defy is actually correct or not, though.
Is that Vi double riposte in hand that I think I saw?
And the first mate is the last card.
That's
So-
a pretty nasty hand.
Yeah.
Both players kind of, clunky hands here.
So right now, I actually think the Fiora player is kind of ahead.
Yeah, if Squirtle doesn't
I
draw some
agree.
more equipments, he's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he needs a BF sword very soon. I mean, he just has no units, right?
Yeah, he had to
After the
play his
Fiora takes this out, he's gonna have 2 units left.
Yeah, he had to play as Azir champion, and now your back off gets reposted. And you get to target the Sandswept Tomb, and it's the perfect amount of might to become mighty. Just that's really nice. I like that a lot. All right, so he does vacate the Hall of Legends, even though that Fiora was big enough on board to contest.
Yeah, it's just scary, I guess. If your opponent draws Brutalizer, you could get. It's easy to get punished for leaving
Yeah.
it there, and it's. I mean, it could be annoying to retreat it, and your opponent gets a point, but
Well, there's also just a Death Grip that they know about, right? Like a Death Grip Defy. Like,
Sure, so you go equip the Sand Soldier, go to the right, Death Grip it
yeah, and it
onto
has
the
tank.
Zir.
Yeah, yeah. Well, just like any equipment too. Just like any equipment, make a Sand Soldier, and then just like attack with a Zir, and then like
Oh yeah, yeah. The
you're just
tank is
trading a Sand
yeah.
Soldier.
tank is a great point. Yeah, you just
Yeah.
tank the Sand Soldier and trade that for Fiora. Although then you end up with a Zir on Hall of Legends. I mean, Squirtle's draw is just not working out right now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, now he has Arise in hand with only 2 equipment in play.
yeah, and yeah. So the last 2 turns he drew Guards and Arise. We were saying he needed a unit, and those are both like unit adjacent cards. But
Yeah.
They're
it's
technically
not-
units, but they're the worst units in his deck.
Yeah.
Not the units he's looking for right now.
I'm kind of down to just play the Arise now, since you have all this mana you don't have a good use for. And then score both sides and just, you know, hope to draw BF Sword next turn.
I do think that Squirrel's going to need to draw BF Sword to win this game.
I guess if you play Arise and it gets reposted, that's not going to be very fun for you.
That is true.
What?
If there's a judge call or something going on, or if there's just
Oh,
a lot
they
of
just
thought going
got
into this
tired of
play.
showing the board. It looks like these guys are still playing. Oh,
He might have conceded to save time, honestly. He realized the spot was too unwinnable.
nope.
No, he plays on.
We just took a little deckless break there.
Okay. Perfect.
All right, so Arise and Repost did get cast. And presumably that Sand Soldier, or the Pit Rookie on the Sand Swept Tomb got pumped up to an 8, and this totally stopped Squirtle from scoring at all, which is going to be tough to recover from.
Yeah, the Fiora player is mostly out of cards. Down to 2 cards in hand. It looks like
Yeah, they
a
still have that
Rampage
Vi
and a Vi.
that you spotted before. Yeah, the Rampage, you would like to kill the Zir with that, but you know there's a Death Grip, which could make things a little tricky.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know there's a Defy, excuse me. That would be even more tricky. Okay, so he drew an equipment. It's kind of the worst one, but it might still be
Worst one,
enough
but it's still
to
pretty
get
good. I mean,
somewhere.
it's
Yeah, that's
gonna
going to
be
represent 2 Sand
2
Soldiers.
Sand Soldiers, yeah.
And 2 recruits, it
Okay.
looks like, because he's going to swing it over to the Hall of
Yeah,
Legends.
we're gonna score this. Azir, move it over, tank with the thing, get another recruit.
Yeah. And presumably you move the recruit as well, because it's not safe on the Sandswept Tomb.
Yeah, the one might doesn't do anything on the Sandswept Tomb, so may as well put it on the Hall of Legends.
It actually kind of does
Might
do
make things
something
slightly
on the
more
Sandswept
annoying.
Tomb because of the Death Grip. But this makes enough sense.
Yeah, I think it does more on the Hall of Legends. You are right that it does something, but I don't really want to like Death Grip onto my recruit when my opponent moves in a Pit Rookie or a First
Right.
Mate.
Yeah, they're going to go to the Sandswept Tomb first, so it's going to be pretty uncomfortable
Yeah.
to take action with Death Grip there. Generally,
Yeah, now we
you
can
would
move the
pick up
eye to this thing in
eye.
base.
Yeah,
Yep.
I like doing this play with the eye because you get to just have the eye ready to walk up and make another recruit next turn. And Guards is coming down. Guards does not do its best work in this particular game state, but
he's got.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Squirtle
it
is-
can pick up the Soul Sword.
yeah, Squirtle is just at a point in this game where he really needs to make something happen, so he's just going for it.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
if-
in theory, we have a pretty big hold here, right? Like we have we have 9 might here. We have a Guards hidden that can pick up. They can pick up a Soul Sword, and then we have a Death Grip and a Defiant Hand. So
Yeah, and if
this is actually a pretty sizable hold.
if that hidden card gets read for Hidden Blade, it's gonna make Animation Module very uncomfortable to go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the way that you would go in against this would be you go in like 1 unit at a time, right?
Yeah, so now if
Because I
you
think
do
what's
this,
safest.
you can just pop the Death Grip right away, pump the tank unit. Okay, but I guess the Guards can
The
bring
Guards
the
represents a
tank
new
back.
tank unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really like where those recruits are sitting there. Yeah, okay, there we go. All right, so now it seems like maybe is the time for Vi to come down. It's not perfect, but
Could also just Grim Resolve here.
yeah, I guess
This is
that
a pretty
is
good spot for Grim
true.
Resolve.
Yeah, that seems like. I mean, you know about the Defy though, so I guess if you're Squirtle, you have to play the Defy now. Squirtle maybe hesitating here because he knows that Animation Module knows about this Defy, so, you know, if he's playing this Grim Resolve, is he, you know, trying to bait the Defy and get something better through? But, yeah, the Grim Resolve does quite a lot, so I think it's just worth casting. So now if you Vi, you can take down the Azir and the tank guy, and then First Mate can walk over the 2 recruits. Or maybe Fiora does. Yeah, seems like
We
you have to
know
do
the last
this.
card is a Death Grip, right?
Yeah. So now,
I don't really like. I mean, this is so awkward, right? Because we stun the Azir and then he can Death Grip it onto something else.
well, I think he wants the Azir to live. So probably he's going to Death Grip the 3 Might Sand Soldier and base onto the tank.
I would maybe Death Grip the stunned Azir onto something else and kill the Vi and the Yeah, I feel like this is what I want to do because yeah, now Animation Module can only kill the Sand Soldier and the small recruit, and then we're still holding with a 5 Might recruit.
Yeah. But now where's all your material? I guess you have a.
Well,
extra
if
guy in
we
base instead of
lose the
Azir.
soldier in our base to protect the Azir, I'm not sure we would have that much more material.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I mean, I think basically the Eye is going to have to make recruits that are going to have to wear these equipment, and I think that's our material, sort of. Or at least we hope that that's our material.
Maybe, yeah. You don't have any power equipment, so it's not a perfect plan. But this game is probably maybe going to come down to whether this card that Squirtle drew off Death Grip is nice or not.
I actually wonder if he's just ahead now. Like, what does Animation Module do here?
I think you just score Sand Swept Tomb with Fiora, yeah. And then you can
You're at
Rampage.
6. You can
one of
kill
the
one of
guys in
the
the back.
things in base.
If this card is a Discipline, Squirtle gets to kill the Fiora here. It was
I mean,
not.
if Squirtle just draws an equipment, I think he's ahead.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, I think you just pass.
Draws a
Fiora
rise.
has
He's
no
ahead.
cards in hand now.
Yeah, I think is
All right.
out
There's
of
the BF
resources.
sword. The BF sword
Yeah.
is just an extremely large amount of strength on the board here.
Yep. Yeah, this is great. We can like maybe we move the eye. I guess is the most likely one to move.
Yeah, that seems
Yeah,
very
probably just the
reasonable to
eye.
do.
I think the eye is the one that you default to moving.
Yeah.
You don't always move it, but I think it's the one that you move by default,
Hmm.
just because it doesn't help you hold at all.
So this play is interesting. This is him saying, I want the guy in my back line to survive. And then I guess you can
Yeah.
pull back the recruit as well. But
I think this is him saying that if First Mate conquers the tomb, he doesn't want the 3 might from BF Sword to be stuck at the other battlefield. Or Hall of Legends, sorry, not tomb.
yeah, that makes sense. Wow. Nice game by Squirtle.
It was looking really bad for him too.
Yeah. All right, this game, probably we're not going to see both players running out of cards since we have Sunken Temple and Seat of Power. So no 2-drop, followed by Fiora Victorious from the Champion Zone. Worst possible draw you can really have. And now, yeah, Squirtle is faced with the common situation on a Seat of Power game where you just don't want to score on turn 2 with your first unit because you want to save the material so you can double conquer and get the Seat of Power effect. This is a very similar hand to last time. Squirtle's got no more equipment again. I assume you want to take the discipline here.
Yeah, Discipline definitely seems like the one I would take. I mean, the
Vi
Death
is
Grip
gonna
is
be
also
tough.
a little scary, but
The Death Grip is basically a discipline that destroys one of your units.
well, it can be a lot more than just 2 might, but yeah.
Wow. All right, so both players unwilling to go in. Makes a lot of sense. The Vi was going to eat that Fiora if it goes in. But Squirtle gets his Seat of Power draw. And surely
think
he
this
has the
is-
equipment now.
Yeah, I think this is a somewhat reasonably common play pattern in Zeta Power games,
Yeah.
where it's really bad to go into one battlefield because if your opponent retakes it from you and you lose that unit, it makes it a lot harder for you to double conquer in the future. So I think it's common in Zeta Power games to take no battlefields until you can take both of them on the same turn.
Yep. I have experienced the same. And okay, Brutalizer was drawn, which is a great card for Squirtle to have. He does not equip it because he wants to use the extra +2. Is that a salvage in the Fiora hand? That's going to be good. Another Rengar,
Yeah,
2
it looks
Grim
like
Resolves.
salvage, 2 Grim Resolves, punch first.
Yeah, 2 Grim Resolves and punch first is an awful lot of that effect.
Okay, we're not paying to draw off Sunken Temple, which is somewhat reasonable. I mean, we're a little constrained on runes here.
Wait, did he not pay for Sunken Temple?
It looked like he didn't. I mean, he tapped 2 for Grim Resolve.
Yeah, okay, I
Looks
guess
like he
not.
also forgot to use his Fiora Legend here. Is that a cannon in hand? A yellow cannon?
Wow, you're right. He did forget the Fiora legend. That's not good at all. Yeah, yellow cannon is in Squirtle's deck. I don't know for sure that it was in his hand.
Yeah.
Well, they just showed it on the graphic, so it looks like it might be.
Yeah.
I thought I saw yellow cannon in animation module's hand, to be honest. But I guess I'm not sure. Oh, he did hide a card with the Rengar, and it would be a pretty effective card to hide here. I guess we'll see soon enough, because this Vi is gonna force it out.
Yeah, so if the cannon comes out and stuns Vi, then the Sand Soldier dies and Vi goes home. And animation module loses nothing. Oh wait, why is? Oh, it's a brutalizer Sand Soldier. So the Sand Soldier would be able to kill Kennen.
Yeah, we'd have to salvage the brutalizer first, probably, and then play Kennen.
Then you'll be tapped out, which means you'll be susceptible to the discipline and on guard that you know about. Or I guess the on guard got spent at some point. Oh yeah, Rengar has flow. Good. Yeah, so this Grim Resolve is going to save Kennen, but probably Discipline will come down, and then I guess Rengar will die. But Vi will also die. Wait, what?
Animation module tried to put the Kennen in the Griever instead of Rengar, and I think Squirtle was pointing out that he wanted to kill the Rengar.
Yeah, I understand. So Squirtle was using the +2 on that Sand Soldier to represent the on guard, which I had missed being played. And
I didn't even see that happen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got confused because we've seen so many of these +2s that are representing nothing.
Yeah, with the brutalizer. Yeah, we assumed that it was a brutalizer +2 because.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Squirtle's
a knower for sure.
Yeah, Squirtle is definitely a knower. There's a divine judgment.
It's Chinese. That's how you know it's better.
Yeah.
Is that good here? Honest question.
Oh, well, I guess we're about to find out.
Yeah. I sort of don't think this really makes our position better, but
so
this I'm not
is not a correct resolution of Divine Judgment. Animation module has to choose 2 gear, and there are currently 4 gear in play on Squirtle's side and 0 on animation module's side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Animation module is going to pick 2 of them, and Squirtle will pick the other 2. This will kill no gear and 1 Sand Soldier or 2 Sand Soldiers, which is really bad. But it's a Chinese Divine Judgment, which says choose friendly gear, but that's not how.
Is this the judge call?
Yeah. So
is this the judge call? Okay, it might be.
Yeah, I believe it was this judge call.
But this is why we got to leave at 11 p.m.
Chat's pointing out that the 2 XP here represented from the Grim Resolve is inaccurate because that combat was a tie, not a win. Which is kind of funny, but
maybe it wasn't this judge call. I think the judge call was maybe in round 8.
Yeah, I thought it was later in the day. I thought it was round 7, and we had to wait an hour before playing round 8. But
yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, definitely this would have been a relevant moment to bring up the discrepancy, and it looks like they're stopping the game for some reason, so. Judges are going ham about something.
Yeah. Judges are gesturing.
All right, we're going to take a look at the deck list. All right, let's fast forward a little bit. No one knows what's happening. People are twiddling their thumbs. There's the
Okay.
close up on the Chinese Divine Judgment.
Nice. Maybe
So,
this
yeah.
happened in this round, and then the judge called that delayed the tournament by an hour happened later.
Yeah, it could be two different things. This is
Oh, we are
taking a while.
We're joined by Jason. If you want to introduce yourself to the stream.
Oh,
while
hello.
we're
Right. Yes, I
waiting
forgot
for
that this was being streamed, not just recorded. Hi. I did well with Lux or something, so I am familiar with Divine Judgment.
Jason, how well would you say that you did with Lux?
I would say that I can pretend that I was given a Lux playmat for being the best Lux finisher, but actually everyone got that playmat because
I
they
didn't
won't
get a Lux
give Best of
playmat.
Rising to Set 1 Legends anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got 31st and qualified for the RC, which is nice.
If other people want to do well with Lux, how do you think they could accomplish that?
You can find my guide on Patreon. I posted it like on Twitter and such. I have written a lot of words about Lux, including
Yeah.
about Divine Judgment and how. Well, I wrote about Divine Judgment, assuming that the English interpretation is correct. I don't know what will happen like with regards. I don't know what the resolution of the judge call was. Like, does it actually?
The English text is correct.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, Jason's Lux guide is incredible, super good guide, really detailed. I retweeted it. If you want to find it, you can go to my Twitter. But yeah, it's good stuff. All right, so let's get back to this. So Squirtle does, in fact, still possess 4 equipment, which is probably not what Animation Module was hoping for when he made this play. All right, so how does this game continue from here? Squirtle can easily kill this Fiora. And then he could probably even successfully defend against the Rengar too, unless there's there's probably is a punch first in hand, but it would be really unpleasant to use right now. There it is though. Oh, he gets the refund from the Grand Duelist, so that's nice. All right, so now the extra 2 XP is going to be relevant. We've got the Shepherd's Crook coming down. Okay, so
Oh god.
I've seen this Shepherd's Crook card mentioned quite a lot, and it never occurred to me that the Fiora deck could actually possibly generate other sources of XP with Grim Resolve. But if you have Grim Resolve, the Shepherd Crook card gets a lot better. So now what? Is the judge saying stop, you don't actually have 2 XP? This happened like 4 turns ago and they've had 2 XP marked the whole time. You can't just take it away in the middle of this guy taking actions.
This guy is freaking sweating. It was so hot in that venue chat.
Yeah. Wow. He got out the handkerchief to wipe the sweat.
Yeah.
All right, so I mean, I can't. Okay. Thank you for telling us about Burn. I can't imagine they would actually just take away XP, like, even though the guy didn't actually earn the XP, like, I mean, the error was made several turns ago. You can't just like retroactively change how the game played out.
Hansu asks, sauna level hot. It was quite warm. In Spain, they have a law where they can't turn AC below 80 degrees Fahrenheit, to conserve energy. And so the convention center was not lower than 80 degrees despite having AC.
I think also the convention center just did not have very good AC. Was part of the problem. Not just
and
that law.
yeah, that, and there was also a lot of people in the building, which kind of raised the overall heat as well.
Yeah,
Anyway,
the
back to
2,500 people contributed for sure.
yeah, back to the game. It looks like Sam is muted, yeah.
I'm at least not hearing Sam, but
Yeah, I'm not hearing Sam either. Chat
Okay,
isn't hearing Sam
so-
either.
let's see what this hidden card is. This Divine Judgment does not seem to have worked out very well.
Yeah. Not at all.
It's definitely a lot worse when your opponent gets to keep 4 equipment.
Yeah.
Did they just play it wrong? Like he just forgot to get rid of 2 equipment?
No.
Hello?
Oh, welcome back.
How long have I been muted for?
Like 3 minutes?
Minutes
maybe?
probably. Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's not so bad. I think my mic ran out of batteries or something. Let's switch to the other one.
Well, yeah, Divine Judgment should cut you down to 2 gear as well.
Nope.
Yeah, it says 2 gear on it, right?
Nope.
Yeah,
Okay, let's pause it. Let's pause this and
All right.
explain to our teammates what Divine Judgment does in English and in Chinese.
Oh my god.
All right, go for it, Sam.
All right, so the text of Divine Judgment, the legal text that is relevant is, let me just pull it up so I can read the actual text. One sec. Okay, it says, each player chooses 2 units, 2 gear, 2 runes, and 2 cards in their hand. Recycle the rest. Pretty simple, right? So the game state was there were 4 gear in play. All of them were on Squirtle's side. But the way that this works is the player who is casting Divine Judgment is the one who has to make the choices first. So when the players played this before the judges got involved, Animation Module chose 0 gear because he didn't want any of Squirtle's gear to be safe. But in fact, the card does not say choose up to 2 gear or choose 2 friendly gear. It says choose 2 gear. So the judges said, buddy, you got to choose 2 gear. So then whichever 2 he pointed to, Squirtle pointed to the other 2. So Squirtle got to keep 4 gear. In the Chinese version, it says you choose friendly units, gear, and runes. Animation Module has a Chinese copy of Divine Judgment, but that the Chinese text doesn't actually matter. The English text is the one that is the real text.
Wow, I always assumed it was 2 of your own gear as well.
That would make a lot more sense. I mean, that's the intuitive wording, I think.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is a loophole in the rules that I expect to get changed at some point in the next, I don't know, whenever the next rules update comes out.
No, I don't think they're going to change the text of Divine Judgment. They made this decision like ages ago. Like I heard about this discrepancy as early as set 2, and the answer
Okay,
was
maybe I
just
just missed it.
the English text is correct. Play with the English text. Like if they could go back and fix the printing on the Chinese card to have the correct text, they definitely would, but they can't do
Oh,
that.
weird. Wait, so it was intended to work the way that it's written in English?
Well,
I
it's
suspect
hard to
it's
really
for
say.
like 2v2 reasons, or I guess no, friendly would still work that in that case, so maybe not.
It's definitely a little bit of a weird choice, but like they definitely did like think about this and decide to go with the English version already at some point. So I'd be surprised if they changed their mind. Chat wants to know, if you rebuttal a Divine Judgment, do you choose for your opponent? So I'm going to pretend that you said Mystic Reversal so that this actually works. But if you steal a Divine Judgment, the only thing that changes is you have to make your choices first because you're the person whose Divine Judgment it is now. So not a play I would recommend. Seems like whatever object was stuck in my throat is gone now, which is good. Okay, so it is 6-6. Squirtle has a decent amount of might, but not an insurmountable amount. And he's pulling back the Azir. He does not believe in the Fiora's ability to conquer over what he's got here. I wonder if he has a hidden blade in hand. That would make some sense.
I think he maybe doesn't believe in the Fiora's ability to conquer both sides. He's saying that the Fiora can only conquer one side, and then he's going to hold, and he wants the Azir in base to be able to swing the Sand Soldier around. Which I guess that is consistent with having a Hidden Blade in hand.
Well, he's only got 3 on the Seat of Power and 6 on the Sunken Temple. It's not a ton. But, okay, this On Guard is nice. That's going to make Animation Module have to do something special.
Yeah, this would be an even trade, which is pretty bad for the player who's trying to win this turn.
Okay, but you can... if you salvage the Dorian's Blade here, you're winning again. And then you can use the second Rengar to go to the Sunken Temple. But that would tie against the Hidden Blade, and then you would presumably lose on Squirtle's turn. So I guess Animation Module wants to look for how do you play this turn where you have rebuttal up. I'm not really seeing it, to be honest. All right, Squirtle killed the wrong card.
Yeah. That I think the Sand Soldier and the Shield should be switched.
Okay.
Now both are just gone, or
Okay, yeah, so he does have that hidden blade. Oh,
Yeah, the Crook falls off
The
and gets
Crook.
moved because of the XP that maybe shouldn't have been there.
yeah.
I can't remember
so-
how much XP should have
no,
existed.
It shouldn't have been. But Squirtle could have dealt the 5 damage to Rengar to play around that, but
It's true. Would he have been able to conquer in that case?
yeah, I don't think he would have been able to win on his turn.
Yeah.
Because like you can just put the Rengar up, so you now have 5, 6, and 6 on the
15.
seat of power.
Or yeah, 17.
Yeah, and Squirtle does not really have a good way to contest that. And you have repost backup still. No, you don't have to assign lethal. You just have to pick a unit and start assigning damage to it. I think Squirtle made the right play. Just hope there's not a repost. Okay, what do we got? Pike versus Yordle, Kennen, Heart of the Tempest is what that thing says.
perfect.
and his chosen champion is Lightning Rush.
Wow, I wish I could choose that chosen champion.
Yeah, that would really make the Kennen deck a lot stronger.
Would you rather play 1 cannon in your chosen champions zone and 3 lightning rushes in your deck, or 1 lightning rush in your chosen champion zone and 3 cannons in your deck?
That's a good question.
I suspect the 3 lightning rushes in my deck, but it is close. Mainly because I really don't want to have 3 cannons in my deck.
Fair enough. Well, basically, maybe you can say up to 3, but like, if you're letting your lightning rush be your chosen champion, I think it's only fair you only get 1.
Well,
Yeah, I would probably take the 1 lightning rush as my chosen champion and play 0 purple cannons in my deck.
Yeah,
I think that's what I would do at least.
Yeah, I would play 2 more Lightning Rushes in my main deck, even if I could play it as my champion for sure.
Oh well,
Well, yeah.
definitely that. Yeah.
Lightning Rush does not have the usual problem that duplicate chosen champions do, where it's hard to use the second copy. It's just absolutely trivial to play Lightning Rush and then play another Lightning Rush. All right, I really took a long time to get from turn 1 to turn 2 in this game. Both fizzes get discarded on turn 2 here.
I think I saw a matriarch in that stuck or lightning rush pile. Yeah.
Matriarch just hit the bin along with Shadows of the Past. And there's a Ride the Wind now. Yeah. This merchant is really filling the graveyard fast here. Oh. Is now a good time to scoop up your graveyard into one single pile? I don't really think so.
It was taking up too much space. I had to get it out of there.
When I was playing this deck in Barcelona, I had my graveyard completely spread out in piles based on card type. So it was super easy to tell how many cards were in there and what cards they were.
Yeah, I wasn't sorting it based on card type, but I was making sure at all times that it was splayed out so it was easy to count. And
Looks like there's 8 in there right now.
Yeah, and when you do it like this, as you see in the stream, your opponent is going to have to pick up your graveyard and look through it all the time. One of my mirror opponents was doing that, at least one, maybe more than one. and
Yeah,
had
it's
to
a
pick
big
up their
waste of
graveyard all the
time.
time. Yeah, total waste of time.
Especially for this deck that takes so many game actions. Like it's already a deck that is prone to clock issues.
Yep.
If you want to think for every single lightning rush for 45 seconds, it's just going to take forever to win matches with this deck or lose matches with this deck too. But if you're, playing a lot of lightning rushes, you're probably winning a lot of matches.
Also means sometimes you have to pick up your deck, your graveyard and fan through it, which is
Yeah.
especially egregious.
It would be funny to time how much time the players spend flipping through the graveyard here during this match. Wow, second matriarch. Okay, so this guy probably has the Tornado Warrior version. And I'm assuming that means that that hidden card is a Tornado Warrior, and therefore we're about to see a huge amount of value come out here. Because you can replay that Fizz, get back Shadows of the Past or something, or maybe even a Ride the Wind.
I mean, this was a pretty crazy turn.
Yeah.
8 might hold, hidden card, 2 Rosses in base, lightning rush, ready to get flowed again next turn, traveling merchants that are just straight up drawing a card because, dumped his whole hand, and still a respectable number of runes set up. So yeah, this is a crazy board. This is a real
Yeah, I
turn
believe it
moment.
also involved moving a merchant with no cards in hands, top decking Lightning Rush into Rasa.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that happened.
Why not? All right, so we got a repeated Piercing Light to make some progress against this hold and set that Rasa to 2 HP. I'm not sure how that's going to get finished off, though. It'd probably have to be a Falling Star, but there's not really a good way to line up Falling Star. Oh, there's the list.
For the Piercing Light resolved, I saw the Cannon player pick up his graveyard and look through it, which means that this is surely a Tornado Warrior, because if that was like a switcheroo or something, you would have no reason to look before resolving the Piercing Light.
I mean, I think if you play an unempowered Matriarch to a battlefield and hide a card, it's just always Tornado Warrior.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I there were a few times over the course of the weekend where I conquered with a Matriarch and didn't empower it, but yeah, I mean...
All right, so the list is set to Shadow Isles. I believe that only hits Rasa. The Tide Turner grab from the Matriarch is kind of funny. It was used to counteract a Void Seeker. Chat says, why not recycle a yellow to hide? That is a great question. That seems like that would have made a lot more sense. All right, so the Matriarch empowered again, thanks to Tornado Warrior unempowering it, getting back Fizz, Shadows of the Past, Matriarch, and a Rasa. That is just a huge amount of might exploding onto the board here.
The Pike did a decent amount of damage at chipping away the cutting board, but yeah, this Fizz Shadows of the Past just put it all back into play. So
So somehow Pike is going to have to hold or clear Kennon's entire backline. I don't really see that happening this game. Why? Okay, this matriarch is conquering. Okay, I was gonna guess that meant there was a tornado warrior, but okay, it just means there's ride the wind. Yeah, if I'm Pike, I'm not very thrilled with this. Do we have to watch the rest of this? Has been called. Looks like that was the
looks
rest
like
of it.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so Pike's going first. They have Ripper's Bay, which is like one of those asymmetrical, like on theme battlefields that we were talking about before. Really good for Pike and does basically nothing for anyone else. So Pike is developing their resources, but not developing their might. So let's see if Kennen can capitalize on that by slamming some might onto the board and, you know, start holding.
I mean, I think this turn could be pretty explosive. The Kennen player is about to like conquer Minefield, flow, probably Lightning Rush, and then has a Rasa in hand that they can play for. I think, you know,
Yeah, the
very
Rasa
little
should cost
energy.
1 unless there's a Nocturne hit off that Lightning Rush. If you do hit a Nocturne, kind of sucks, but I guess you just play the Nocturne instead of the Rasa. It's not even that much of a downgrade.
Yeah, I think you'll live.
So interesting that the Rasa is in base here. So yeah, now this Kennen is going to get clobbered.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fine to put the Rasa in base because you want to be able to score both battlefields next turn, right? You don't want to have the Kennen and the Rasa stuck at the minefield, but it does leave you open to losing the Kennen, which is pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean this was a good turn for Pike. They made a lot of progress onto the board, scored a point, didn't really spend much resources, just 1 cleave. That's all it took to make that conquer. They're leaving nothing at battlefield, and they got to develop a second unit, which was a Bewitching Spirit. But looks like Last Rites is gonna, you know, really do a lot of work here too.
Yeah, I mean, the minefield game with Last Rites when you draw 2 seals is crazy. I mean, it's like you just have infinite cards in the trash and you find a bunch of Rosses pretty quickly, and then you have 2 seals, so you're not even going down runes. And yeah, this is just the dream scenario for Last Rites.
Looks like the Pike player doesn't understand the interaction between Minefield and Last Rites, which, in case you don't know, is both of those abilities trigger on Conquer, so you can stack them in whatever order you want. So the Kennen player said, I'm going to target Rasa with Last Rites, then I'm going to burn 2 cards with Minefield, then I'm going to cast the Rasa and use those 2 cards to get a discount, which that totally works.
Yep.
Pike's runes are extremely healthy right now, so if Pike can like find a way to spend all these runes productively, maybe something like a Baron, or maybe just like, you know, some big turn where they play a bunch of you know, impactful spells and fizzes and such, that could get them somewhere in this game.
Yeah, like Brittle Steel the Last Rites, Falling Star one of the Rasas, Fizz Falling Star the other Rasa. You know, break the 2 gold, still have, you know, 7 runes, like, so still going up to 9-ish runes next turn would be a pretty big deal.
Yeah, so there is a Falling Star. There's also a List plus Void Seeker could be used to clear the Rasa that's on the minefield.
Not quite enough energy for all of that, but you could do like Merchant plus Void Seeker.
And then Falling Star, the one in the back.
I think we also want to use our legend to get this spirit off the battlefield.
Yeah, I think I would do Void Seeker list and save the spirit, but okay, the Void Seeker got abandoned.
Yeah, I mean, this seems fine. I mean, we can return the spirit, make a gold, use the thing to channel a rune, or use the battlefield to channel a rune. Or we could just go for the Rosset base and hope they can't run over our spirit, although this is a little risky.
I don't hate this. It's, you know,
I think I would have
you're
rather
saving
just picked up the
on board.
spirit, but...
Yeah, I mean, this play has a huge upside that if it works, your opponent is only going to be at 3 points.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, it might not be very
Yeah, I
likely
would
to
do a
work.
check for if there's any ride the winds for Fizz to Fizz back.
Looks like there is not. Wow, Fizz Lightning Rush. So I feel like I would have just played the Lightning Rush directly.
Yeah, just flow it. I agree. I really like flowing Lightning Rush.
Because I'm sure there's other nice things for that Fizz to get, even a stack deck, like if you miss. Okay, but he's got the Tornado Warrior play instead. So the Spirit does live, so it looks like he channeled 2 main deck cards instead of 2 runes.
Yeah.
This is a common thing that happens like every time I see a match where the player has both decks on the same side of the table. So you
Oh really?
You
I play both decks on the same side. I've never done this.
Okay. You should not play both decks on the same side. In fact, I believe it's in the rules that you have to have the decks on opposite sides. But yeah.
I didn't know that was a rule, but I feel like both decks on the same side makes the most sense because I just want to like reach to the same place to get my runes and to get my card for turn. Which I guess is how
you never
like
channel runes and draw cards at the same time with different hands. Kind of nice.
No. But maybe I'll try that.
That's efficiency. Yeah, I think you should just get used to doing them on opposite sides. It's like, just, there's kind of no reason not to, really.
Are you still able to like miss channeling your runes for the turn if you forget to put them into play before drawing the card?
No, I don't think that's ever been a thing.
I was pretty sure that was how it worked in set 1, which is why I put them on the same side, so it was like, coming from Magic, you don't channel runes or whatever, so when you go to draw a card, I didn't want to like accidentally draw a card and miss my runes, so it was like a mental check so that every time I reach for my deck to draw a card, I see my rune deck first, and it's right in the way, and I remember, oh yeah, did I channel runes this turn? But if they've changed the rules such that it's a little more player friendly, then I'm happy to do the opposite sides thing.
This ordering of things from the Peg player seems really bad. If they just like did the list first before the Falling Star, then the Fizz would not be able to be matriarched back, I'm pretty sure.
There might have been another Fizz, but yeah,
ordered things correctly.
It's definitely a weird order to do things in. Oh, there's another Fizz, so unless this guy plays 3, then there was not another Fizz. Yeah, I don't see one in there. All right, so now do you have a star-crossed and you can bounce your Fizz and channel a rune? That would be cool. I guess there's nothing worth bouncing on the other side, though.
I think a Starcross got used by a Fizz on the previous turn in response to the list.
I see.
So I don't think so. Oh, well, there's one.
The choice to move back with the Tornado Warrior is kind of interesting, because your opponent is showing 1 4-might unit and then no convenient way to get over the Tornado Warrior, unless it has the same type as has Tailcloak Matriarch. Let me take a little look and see what types those cards have. Tailcloak Matriarch only has Ionia. So that's definitely what the list is set to. And Tornado Warrior has Bandle City and Yordle, so that would not work. Oh, but is Fizz Ionia? Hold on. No, Fizz is Bilgewater.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Water, of course.
Yeah, so that list didn't have anything to do, and then the second 3-might unit would have been annoying, but the first was a free conquer, so I don't really like the choice to bring one of them back. And now Pike is at 6 points. If there was a Baron Harrowing available here, then that would be game over, but I don't think we've seen one. Still think Kennen is going to run away with this. They just have so much more might. Unless Pike has something amazing.
Yeah, I don't see how Pike can get to 8 on the next turn, really.
I assume Kennen can play about another 10 might this turn, like, easily.
I think I saw 3 Fizz here. I think there's this one that just got played, and I think there's 2 more Fizz in the graveyard.
Oh yeah,
I know that
right.
was something. Yeah. I know that's something we were wondering about earlier, which does sort of make sense in the Matriarch Tornado Warrior version, because Fizz is like a really
Yeah.
good thing to bring back mid-combat.
For sure. So Shadows of the Past gets 2 Rasas, and it looks like they're just going to Giga load up the minefield and say, you can have that side, I'm just going to hold this side. Holy shit, okay.
This is like a 34 might hold, I think. Or no, there's a third Rasa.
30, I believe
It's
it's a
more
40
than that.
might
It's
hold.
40.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the third Rasa that I didn't see, it's now 40 might.
Thousand-Tailed Watcher would make short work of it, but short of that, it's not going to really be possible for Pike to get through, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think there's really good ways around this in purple-red. Need some blue cards.
All right. Looks like we've got one more match in this video. Jumping right into the middle of the game here. Diana versus Aurelia, a classic match from the previous meta.
Yep. Very, very classic matchup.
The Aurelia's got a Vex Apathetic, which is a little unusual.
I think Vex saw a bunch of play in Aurelia in the set 3 at a game.
But I think it's been
But-
replaced by Akali mostly.
Yeah, it's much less popular these days. I mean, I think the Vex value has gone down in general. It's not that effective against Kennen.
Yeah.
If you try to park Vex at a battlefield, it'll often just get eaten by a Nocturne or Rasa. And it's good against the Ride the Wind stuff that Kennen likes to do, but yeah, it sort of just is a large investment.
Yeah, you
for-
really have to like clear their entire backline to use Vex effectively against Kennen.
Yeah, exactly. Like when I played against Ezreal and the Ezreal player killed all of my units and then put Vex at a battlefield, it was great, but otherwise, I don't think Vex is that effective against Kennen.
Chat pointed out Downwell would have won Pike the game in that last game.
Yeah.
All right, Vex Cheerless is in combat. What do you got? How are you going to take advantage of this? Moonfall Aurelia. All right, that's a good start. How are you going to fight over this? Like, you have to fight to save the Aurelia, but it's very inconvenient because there's a Vex Cheerless.
I'm not sure you really can fight.
Yeah.
I think you might just have to accept that you're losing this and then try to go back in with your other Vex.
Yeah.
Your 4 Vex.
The best you could really do here is like star-crossed Aurelia to save it. Or maybe star-crossed the Vex, but yeah, okay. Wow, another Moonfall.
Well, I think the Aurelia player has flash in hand, so now you can try to flash out and hope it works, but if it doesn't work, you're in a real disaster.
Yeah, hard bargain would be a way to back it up. There is a hard bargain in the graveyard already, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can not flash if you have it. Like, it's a disaster either way, right?
Yeah, if there is a flash in Aurelia's hand, then that was excellent patience by not using it.
I thought I saw a
to
flash.
save the
I'm not
Aurelia.
100% sure, but
I would be very surprised if they just let that go. Yeah.
No, I don't
maybe
think
they
the
don't have
Aurelia
it.
player has flash. I think it was in the Diana player's hand, the flash.
Yeah, there's
okay.
a flash.
I just had it backwards.
And there was a hard bargain to back it up anyway, so flash would not have mattered. Yeah, wow, absolutely devastating. This game is over, I think. You'd have to play like, I don't know, Draven Audacious or something to come back from this.
Well, he is at 4 points. An Akali and some movement, you know, might be able to do something.
Yeah.
Definitely not looking great though. I mean, this is a start.
I don't remember what is exactly in the Diana player's hand, but there were like 5 cards still, right? So
yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
want
like
to say flash, hard
smoke
bargain.
Screen, hard bargain.
Yeah, I think I saw the smoke screen too.
Okay, well,
yeah.
Twilight Shroud on this Akali is quite nice.
Well, it sort of does something. You can like go against the Vex and try to kill it, but the flash that you know about is going to get you.
Yeah. Oh, I guess Diana players thinking about the hard bargain repeated, I guess, on the Twilight Shroud. Oh no,
just flashing now? What's the point?
Flash. Okay.
I don't like flashing this early because now it means that the Aurelia player can get the Targon's trigger, which they might not have been able to do otherwise. Like, I'm not sure I would have wanted to go into a combat against the Vex Cheerless, so...
Yeah. Okay, now this is actually looking kind of okay for the Aurelia player. I'm not really sure what is in their hand, but like, we're at 6 points with an Akali that can't be touched right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw 2 on guards in the Aurelia hand, which...
Yeah.
That's enough to, like, get over...
Stupefying your own Vex to, yeah, I mean, that's not a sign of strength. There's a hard bargain.
Yeah, Smokescreen was the other big card in Diana's hand, so if there is another Twilight Shroud...
Yeah.
Then...
That Kha'Zix is huge, though.
Yeah, Kha'Zix
I think there might be the same Twilight Shroud again.
No, that one, the previous one was flowed, I think.
Yeah, that one was flowed, yeah.
Oh, it was flowed already? Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Never mind. I thought that one was from hand, but...
I'm not sure where it came from. Maybe that was played earlier in the game for some reason.
Yeah, but it's also unclear that the Akali player, or sorry, the Aurelia player has any way to move this Akali over to the other battlefields. So it might just be going to 7 here.
Are there 2 on guards in hand? Because you could just use 2
Yeah,
on guards and the Blade
you
Dancer to
could.
get over.
No, you can't.
No, you
Because
can.
you have to
When you-
exhaust that Relia. Oh, you have to do it
Yeah,
now.
so
Yeah,
when you
on the
no,
Conquer.
you don't have to do it now. You can put the Conquer trigger on the stack, pay the 1 for the Blade Dancer, and then respawn with on guard to pay the rune, ready the Akali, and then ready the Blade
Yeah,
Dancer.
no, that's what I mean by doing it now. Just like do it. You have to do it before you conquer here. Like you finish conquering here this showdown.
Okay, so we are
Okay,
seeing
well, you
all
have
these
to-
on
you
guards
have to
get
blade dance.
used.
Yeah, you have to blade dance here, I guess.
Well, is there another pump spell for after this? Because if not, there's no point in blade dancing.
Well,
You're just gonna have to
you
hold.
could just bring it. You could just bring it home, right?
Oh,
Okay, there it is. That works.
wow, that was it.
Wow. Okay.
I
Great.
apologize. I called the game, but you know,
Yeah.
I called it further.
Green Akali is pretty good in the Aurelia deck.
Yeah. All right.
I had a similar experience against that deck when I played against it in Barcelona, where like I was able to actually kill my opponent's Aurelia, and then my opponent played Akali, and I couldn't really interact with the Akali, and the Akali moved around a bunch and scored the last like 4 points or so.